Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome once again to Jesus Loves You channel. See, on this platform, you can be rest assured of daily news, global vibes, and a lot of things to keep your mouth wide open throughout this 10 minutes. Why not stay tuned? Because I have something important to discuss. Well, last Tuesday was just a normal day in Nigeria until something happened. Can you imagine a judge was kidnapped in his own court? That's to show you the level of insecurity in Nigeria. Well, in the president's home state, which is Katsina State, a judge was kidnapped in his court. This court has previously been moved from where it was to Safana local government. That's a different local government because of the rising level of insecurity in Katsina. But this judge decided to go back to pick something in the previous location of the court when he was kidnapped. And currently, as we're speaking, the police are blaming this judge for going back to his court to pick up something. Well, what he went to pick up has not yet been identified, or we don't know what he went there for. But police are currently blaming this judge for going back to the court. They said he knows the level of insecurity in Katsina State and he still went back to that location. It's only in Nigeria you see where they blame the victim or they blame the kidnapped for being kidnapped. And talking about paying ransom, because we all know that these kidnappers will ask for a huge ransom before this judge could be released. A senator proposed a bill recently saying every family or every individual in Nigeria that pays ransom to kidnappers will be sentenced to imprisonment or will pay a huge fine. Can you imagine? This is what we call misplaced priorities. Instead of the federal government or those passing bills or our senators to be attacking or focusing their attention on managing the security situation or doing something about these kidnappers, now they are trying to attack this bereaved family, those that are feeling pains, going through pains and agony of their lost ones, and not asking them that if they eventually pay the sum or pay the ransom to the kidnappers, they will be in prison. Can you imagine? In Nigeria, no one cares about you. If a judge could be kidnapped, then the normal masses have nothing to do. Well, that is that with the kidnapped judge. Moving to the other news, which is bill to scrap NYSC at second reading in House of Reps. Following calls for the discontinuation of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Alteration Bill 2020, which is seeking to repeal the NYSC Act, has been billed for the second reading in the House of Representatives. The sponsor, Mr. Awaji Nwobeke Abiante, in the explanatory memorandum of the proposal, rolled out the various reasons the NYSC should be scrapped. The bill seeks to repeal Section 315(5)(a) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. On the following grounds, he said incessant killings of innocent corps members in some parts of the country due to banditry, religious extremism, and ethnic violence, incessant kidnapping of innocent corps members across the country. Public and private agencies, departments are no longer recruiting able and qualified Nigerian youth, thus relying heavily on the availability of corps members. Due to the insecurity across the country, the National Youth Service Corps management now gives consideration to the posting corps members to their geopolitical zones, thus defeating one of the objectives of setting up the service corps. That is, developing common ties among Nigerian youths and promote national unity and integration. Well, I don't know what your thoughts and opinions are on this subject, but what do you think concerning this scrapping out of the NYSC? Well, if you've been through this program, you'll discover that, well, it's true that there's been incident killing, banditry, and insecurity in Nigeria, but this program has really helped so many Nigerian youth With the rate of unemployment in Nigeria, this particular NYSC program has given so many graduates employment. I could remember way back when I served at Kebbi, that's after Sokoto, at the extreme end of Nigeria. Well, the atmosphere was good, the environment was good, although I was not retained, but I learned something new in that particular location where I served. And as at then, it was only 19,800 were being paid, and it was able to keep me because I was serving in a remote environment. Now, talking about those serving in the cities, so many of my fellow colleagues got a job after this NYSC, and so many final year students in the universities are hoping and longing to serve. So I think the Nigerian youth will be seriously angry and mad if this NYSC is scrapped out. What are your thoughts and opinions? You can leave them in the comment section below. Stay tuned. In other news, Ekiti orders probe as 100 students hospitalized after fumigation. No fewer than 100 students of the Ekiti state government-owned College of Health Science and Technology, Ijero Ekiti, were hospitalized on Wednesday following fumigation of the school by men suspected to be from the Federal Fire Service. The students, who were furious about the smell of chemicals and the instant effect on over 100 female students who collapsed after inhaling the chemical, protested against the exercise. They were reported to have vandalized the buildings and cars in the school. A source in the school said, "What could be the purpose of fumigating the school for COVID-19 this time, when the school is in session and students are sitting for examinations?" The smell of the chemical used for the fumigation enveloped everywhere and brought discomfort. Many of our students were affected. They slumped as they inhaled the chemical in their classrooms and hostels. In fact, I cannot tell the number of students affected, but they were many. They were rushed to the hospital. They developed anger, the students who embarked on the protest, to register their grievances with the school management. The State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Oyebanji Filani, who confirmed the incident, said 100 students were taken to the state specialist hospital, Ijero, in Ekiti State. You can imagine fumigating a school where students are undergoing the examination or writing the exams. Before fumigation could take place, I think they should have eradicated or moved away the students, or waited after examination during the holiday period. Then the fumigation can start. But in Nigeria, every single thing is possible. 100 female students collapsed and were rushed to the specialist hospital. Well, that's the news for today, and thank you for staying tuned to this very minute. Those are the top headlines. The first, which is a judge was kidnapped in his court. Second, the NYSC to be scrapped. And third is Ekiti orders probe as 100 students hospitalized after fumigation. Thank you for staying tuned to this very minute. And if you haven't subscribed to now, please, I beg you, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell by the side, so whenever we drop our daily content, you'll be the first to get notified. And as you keep on supporting us on this channel, may God continue to bless you and increase you both spiritually, financially, and in all ramifications.